Hi, how's it going? It's your boy Reap, and today we're gonna be doing a little comparison video between Jisoo and Federick. Okay, so I'm what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read both their skills off to you, and then after I read their skills off to you, what I'm gonna do is after that I'm going to basically give my honest assessment on who you should who you should basically work on first. Basically. Let's find Federick real quick, and yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do. Give my final assessment on who's the better character. Not who's the better character, who you should level up first. Okay, so let me read off the skills for you. His basic attack is just a damage dealing skill. It has no extra effects. It's just damage. It goes from level 2 5%, 3 5%, 4 5%, 5%, 5. Okay, so the passive skill make make fools of his enemies by vanishing before their eyes for every 8 incoming damage. Oh my god. Temporary becomes invincible and moves behind. Also decrease skill cooldown for 4 seconds. Okay, and if you level it up all the way to 5, oh yeah, basically crit damage all the way up to 4, if you level up to 5, the special cooldown goes down 8 seconds instead. Instead of 4, it's 8 seconds. It does not stack from 8 to 4. It's just from 4, 8 seconds. Instead of 4, it's gonna be 8 seconds. Okay, so the special skill fires a penetration bullet, inflicting AoE damage on enemies in front. So whoever's behind him is not getting hit in front. This bullet also decreases incoming healing by 33% for 15 seconds. The max stat is 30%. I mean 66%. It's the max stat. It stacks up to 66%. Okay, so then we have the damage. The damage skill 2, skill 3, and skill 4. I mean skill 2, skill 3 is damage 5%. Skill 4 is plus 15%. For skill 5, not skill 5. Effect 5, level 5. Enemies damage taken 15% and also adds, oh my god. The damage is taken by 15% added to debuff. Basically, it's added to this debuff right here, the incoming damage. So if you the incoming healing will be reduced by 33% plus this. Once this activate. It's added to this non-healing factor. Okay, ultimate dancing jester. Wiley fires his pistol, inflicting AoE damage on enemies in front. The damaged targets lose 15% of attack speed and attack for 12 seconds. Okay. And then again, his effects are damage up effects, crit and damage up effects. But his level 5 is damage resist 15% for 12 seconds. He essentially becomes a mini tank for 12 seconds, basically. And this is after this skill, and this skill is going to be getting used a lot because of the next reasons I'm about to tell you. This skill is basically, it's going to be using a lot because what he's going to do is he's going to cool down his ultimate skill. Well, yeah, his special skill is cool down. So this is going to cool down this at the same time. Once it cool down this, you use your skill haste, and on top of all this, and it's going to cool down this. So what I would really use on this guy is skill cooldown and probably some type of survivability. Skill haste, you could do that, but you should be building the skill haste gear anyways for your first sets. But I would end it with basically with survivability in skill haste, or you could just go straight up. You could just go straight up here, right here. You could just go straight up crit. You can do crit. You can hit. You can do crit. His crit damage is already there. Damage and crit damage is already there. So you can do crit and you can do attack speed, or a crit attack speed. That's what I would put on him. Crit and attack speed to make him crit more, to do more damage. Okay, let's move on to the woman of the hour, my girl right here, Jisoo. Okay, so the difference is basically, her basic skill is basically inflicts her sword sheath, then unleashing it, swings her sword sheath, and then unleashes it, inflicting AoE damage on enemies in front. This moves so fast. It's so fast. I feel like she has attack speed on. That's how fast this goes. She hits so many times. Okay, passive healing. Passive skill. Spill healing prevention. There's no percentage on her healing. There's no time limit on her healing. The moment she jumps on the field, this is prompt. There's nothing you can do. It's prompt. And what it does is surround the field with her magical power while she's alive. While she's alive on the field. Enemy units' healing amounts are permanently decreased by 90%, and enemies' range, strikers, and snipers' attack speed is decreased. This is why she's on the field. All this is her kit passive. It's her passive kit while she's on the field. Okay, attack speed percentage is it's 25% instead of just 15%. That's an extra 10 for you. That's a 10 for the ass. So she adds on to that. That's amazing. That's perfect. Her attack speed, she decreases attack speed. She decreases healing by 90%. There's damage dealers. Your 10% healing is not going to save you from people that know how to play the game. Okay, moving on. Special skill, Seal Annihilation. Draws her weapon, with lightning speed, inflicting AoE damage. That's everybody. All her attacks is AoE. Every single one of these is AoE. The last attack increases its target damage taking by 15% for 16 seconds. The skill effect here, basically damage, HP, damage, and then cooldown for 4 seconds. So this goes down to 4 seconds. Skill haste will make it go down even further. So essentially you can get her down to about 10 seconds, every 10 seconds, every 7 seconds. You can get her down to whatever you want to do. Skill haste. And she would essentially spam this move over and over again. Spam, 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 and more spam. So your people would not have any basically won't have any I won't say she won't have any defense, no defense until the ultimate moves is prompt. But the ultimate move will prompt simultaneously after this. So if you were to put the skill haste on her, this will prompt, and then this will prompt, and then this will prompt, then this will prompt. Okay, so let me get the ultimate skill out the way. Forbidden Night of Curses musters up all her strength and charges, inflicting AoE damage. This skill first attack cancels all its targets, non-permanent buffs, and disable new buffs on the enemies for 15 seconds. If the debuff target oh my god, hold on. Excuse me. Okay. Let's get back to it. Sorry about that. If the debuff targets die, her defense increase by 10% up to 50%. A barrier by 15% of max health. after skill is unleashed. Unleashed. All right, let's go. Let's move on. 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 This is more damage. 5%. Level 2, 5%. Level 4, 5%. Level 3, 5%. Level 4, 15%. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm just playing with you. But this is damage, and then on the fourth one it's 15%. Alright, so level 5 debuffs for 45 seconds and buff effect changes to permanently. Oh my god, oh my god, yes! Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this is my honest assessment on both the characters and what character you should build. Okay, the character you should build is Federick. No, the character you should build is both of them. Put them both on the same team. They complement each other. There's no in buts about it. You can't. There's no in buts about it. There's no, oh, this unit does what this unit do and the cost is lower. There's no, and she's an awakening unit. Heldy is a awakening unit, but people still find a way to put Heldy on the squad and build around Heldy so they can still get their units out at a perfect matter. You can put her in the squad with Federick and put a mini tank on the squad. They don't need to be on the main squad. You need multiple squads in game. You need multiple squads. And my thing is, sure, her cost is 5. Heldy's is 6. People still find a way to use her. There's no comparison. I'm not comparing her to Heldy. There's no comparison. I'm talking about the skills and why people are saying not to use this character or whatever is going on because the skill her cost is so high. But then again, a lot of characters cost are high, but they're getting built around. It's simple. No one's gonna sit there. No one in this game is gonna succeed in a game using all low level, low cost characters. All cost 2 characters, cost 3 characters just to get them out in the field. You get somebody with gear will cream your whole team of your R units, because that's basically what it is. A whole team of R units and a few SR units in the game that have that. So what I'm trying to say is they both do different things. Lead Jisoo takes away all buffs at the same time, letting your team hit the enemy harder and adding on permanent debuffs, and basically essentially she makes you do more damage. Your whole team, she adds on debuffs, and on top of that, I can read it off to you again and let you know what else she does. Look at this. Look at the extra utility she brings. The extra utility she brings. She turns herself into a mini tank. Basically, she turns herself into a mini tank. She makes the enemies for 15 seconds. They cannot put another buff on their character. It's gone. It's null for 15 seconds. The moment she procs the skill, the match is over, because it's gonna be over anyways if you're gonna use her in PvP or whatever you're doing. So Federick, he lowers attacking at the same time. He just does damage. I wouldn't even worry about the non-healing factor, because that's not permanent. You got to work around that. You have to actually know what you're doing to get him where he needs to be. And once you get him where he needs to be, they still not the same. They still do different things. Only thing they do the same is attack speed. They both lower attack speed, but then also they both lower health. But hers is permanent. It's in her passive. His is in the skill, his special skill. So they're 2 different units. They're not the same. They're 2 different units. Basically, they do 2 different things. There's a lot of units that debuffs attack speed. So essentially they only have one thing in common, is that they lower health. They stop you from healing. A healing factor 90%, and the other one's only 33%. So you ask yourself that question. She's only 2 costs ahead of him. She's only 2 costs ahead of you. So you ask yourself this question: what unit should I build? Me, honestly, I'm putting them both on the same team. Eventually, I'm putting them both on the same team. I have him on my backup account, and I have her. So I'm gonna put them on the same team. That's my honest assessment. This is Reaper has been great. If you like what you hear, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below, and I will get to it when I can. Bye.